Hey guys, we are going to be working on some bouncing skills today, and the materials that you need is some type of ball that can bounce, whether it's a basketball, a bouncy ball, or a tennis ball. Any ball that you have at home will work. Okay, so we're going to be working on some manipulation of our ball, and to manipulate something is to control something. So we're going to work on being in control of our ball. Okay, so the first thing I want you to do is get in a nice athletic position. Your feet should be shoulder width apart and your knee should be bent. Okay, and what I want you to do is hold the ball with two hands, and you're just going to bounce the ball on the ground and catch it. So it's going to look like this: bounce and catch, bounce and catch, bounce and catch, bounce and catch. Make sure you keep your eyes on the ball and bounce it not higher than your head. You want it to come right back up to your hands. So you open your hands and close your hands. Open, close, open, close. See how many times in a row you can catch your ball on one bounce. So I want you to bounce your ball one time before you catch it. See how many times in a row you can do it. All right, guys, our second challenge for today is you are going to bounce your ball and clap before you catch it. So it looked like this: bounce, clap, catch, 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 bounce, clap, catch. My ball should only bounce one time before I catch it. How many times in a row you can bounce, clap, catch your ball? All right, kiddos, our third challenge for today is we are going to continuously bounce our ball. So kind of like in basketball where you are dribbling the ball, but we're going to be using two hands. So it's going to look like this. Now I want to take my super glue and put them on the bottom of my shoes and glue my feet to the ground. Imaginary, don't actually get your glue. And I'm going to glue my feet to the ground. I'm going to see if I can keep my feet still while I continuously bounce my ball. Let's see how many times in a row I can do. Awesome. Now it's your turn, guys. I want you to glue your feet to the ground and practice continuously dribbling your ball. Let's see how many times you can do. All right, guys, our next challenge for today is we are going to continuously bounce our ball with one hand. So I put my not favorite hand, my non-dominant hand behind my back, and I'm going to go ahead and dribble with my favorite hand or my dominant hand. So I'm going to see if I can dribble the ball continuously without moving my feet. Now, a few tips for this one. You want to make sure that your fingers are slightly bent and you're using your finger pads. So if you do this with your fingers, these are your finger pads. This part right here, not your fingernails. And I don't want to be doing a fish, right? I call this my floppy fish, and my hands do that when I'm dribbling. So I want to make sure my fingers are slightly bent and I'm using my finger pads. Look like this. This would be the correct way, and this would be I call it a floppy fish. It looks like a fish out of water. So you don't want to be making that much noise with your hand when you're dribbling. So go ahead and practice with your dominant hand. All right, kiddos, now we're going to practice with our non-dominant hand, our non-favorite hand. So my dominant hand, my favorite hand's behind my back, and I have my feet are on the floor, glued to the floor, and I'm going to bend my fingers a little bit and try and use my finger pads, right? My finger pads. And I'm going to push, 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 push the ball down and see if I can dribble continuously with my non-dominant hand. The ball should not go higher than your waist. Push, push, push. Remember, no floppy fish. I don't want to see a floppy fish. That's a floppy fish, fish out of water. Okay? You push with your finger pads. All right, kiddos, go ahead and practice at home. All right, so we dribbled with 2 hands. We dribbled with 1 hand, our dominant hand, and our non-dominant hand. Now we're gonna see if we can switch hands. So I'm gonna start with my dominant and push to my non-dominant hand, push. And do you know what letter this looks like it's making? It makes a letter V, a V as I'm switching hands. Remember, no flappy fish. Go ahead and practice switching your hands. All right, kiddos, we worked on controlling or manipulating our ball with our bouncing skills today. We did 2-hand dribble. We did dribble, clap, catch, dribble, clap, catch. We did 1 hand, and then we did our other hand, and then we switched hands. Keep practicing at home, and we'll see you later.